Hola a todos, bienvenidos a los apuntes pronouns with commands. Our goal for today is that you can place pronouns correctly with formal commands. Yay! Okay, before we get started, go ahead and read this page in Avancemos to get kind of a heads up of what we're going to be talking about today. Also, you can just watch the video. Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, fun grammar review. I'm going to talk about two things today, two types of object pronouns. As you can see down here, we have, and you'll have to forgive my handwriting, I still don't have my Apple Pencil fixed. So here you go. We have a direct object. The direct object is the thing that receives the action. So it's the plant, or it. Okay? The dinosaurs ate the plant. They ate it. That's a direct object. Cool. A direct object is la planta, here in lo. We call this a noun, right? And this is a pronoun, which can replace the noun. So instead of saying the dinosaurs ate the plant, they ate the plant. That replaces it, right? And then, oh, this should be la. This should be la comieron. Because la refers to la planta. Ooh, that is an error. Good job, me. All right, now we got it fixed. Yep. Okay. In contrast to a direct object, we also have an indirect object, which is not its total opposite. They're both objects, but an indirect object is usually a person so it tells to whom or for whom an action takes place. We have talked about these guys before. If you would like extra review, just let me know. But in these sentences, we have direct objects. The direct object here is flowers. Las flores. Okay. And then the indirect object is you. He buys flowers for you. Te compra las flores. Okay. So you don't have to say, you can, instead of flowers, you can use an, what do we call this? A pronoun. Them, in this case, refers to the flowers. It's still the direct object. And las refers to that. And then our indirect object is still you. I guess I should have written like, Caleb buys flowers for you. To help you see that for whom kind of question. Anyway, the te is your indirect object pronoun here. Okay. In English, object pronouns are all the same. They're me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. They're the same. In Spanish, however, we have different words for direct object pronouns and indirect object pronouns. So we've got, similar to English, instead of me, we have te. Instead of me, we have me, te. And then the direct object is either lo or la, depending on the gender of the person or the thing. So here, la planta, it should be la instead of lo, like I put up there, which was my bad. And then the plurals, we've got nos, os, and then, as you recall, or maybe you don't, los or las. So the indirect objects are going to be the same for these four people, but when it comes to the third person, we're going to have le and les, respectively, for singular and plural. For these guys, these are the same ones we use with gusta, encanta, me gusta, te gusta, le gusta. We spell gusta correctly and all that jazz. So that's what that's for. We've seen this before. I just wanted you to have a refresher because I'm going to be talking about direct objects and indirect objects a lot today. So I want you to remember what those guys are. Cool. And I put them in the wrong order. I should have switched these around because in Spanish, it always goes indirect object first and then direct object pronoun. Spelling id, which is like a Latin word. So that's fun. Or that's the ID of how this works. Ha ha ha, think of that. Okay, it's the ID. Nice, gotta show your ID. Okay, that said, placement of pronouns depends on whether the command is affirmative or negative. I'm going to be using green and red today because green means go or yes, and red means stop or no. Okay. So they're always going to follow this order, indirect and then direct. But when the command is affirmative, that's like a yes, do the thing. You're just going to attach these pronouns to the, can't think of a good color. Let's go black. To the end of the verb. So they're tacked on to form one word like this. Lavelo or llamen me. Just kind of tack the word on there. Okay, cool. Now, because we're adding syllables onto the word, we need to keep the sound the same, so we're going to put accents on there. I'm going to show you an example and then show you the rules. So, let's say we have lava. Lavar is our infinitive, and to turn it into a command, we drop the AR, we take the yo form, which is lavo, yay, regular verbs, and then we do our A to E swap. As we talked about yesterday, we love the sky. Super neato burrito. That's where we'll get lave from. Now, the emphasis here is here. La. The emphasis is almost always on the second to last syllable in a word. It's not the last syllable, it's the second to last. So, lave. Nice. Now, the problem is once we add on this lo to the end of our word, lavelo. Wash it tomorrow. The emphasis wants to go to the second to last syllable, lavelo, but we want it to stay here. And in order for the emphasis to stay here, we got to put an accent on there, lavelo. And that's why. We will not always put an accent on a command. It's very, very common, but we will not always do it. So first we have to check that the original verb has more than one syllable, has two or more syllables. If it only has one, it's not going to need an accent. So when we do that, we need to underline the stressed syllable. Here I highlighted it. I guess I should have underlined it. But you highlight the stressed syllable. Oh, I meant underline. Look at me. Underline the stressed syllable. It's been a day, guys. Actually, my day was pretty good. It's been an evening, guys. Okay, anyway. Underline that, add the pronoun, which is your me, te, lo, or la, etc. kind of deal. And then after you've added your pronoun, or two, you're going to place an accent on your underlined syllable. I know this is kind of abstract. We'll see lots of examples today, and that will help kind of firm it up in your brain. Okay. Now, the good thing is this only happens on affirmative pronouns, or on affirmative commands. When telling someone to do something, you're going to need to put an accent on it, like 88% of the time. For negatives, you don't have to worry about that accent guy, because the object pronouns will go after the no, because negatives always have a no. That's what makes them negative, right? After the no, and then before the command, before the verb. So you see those commands, those pronouns here. No, lo, oh wow, that was neat. That's not what I wanted to do. No, lo, lave. Do not wash it. No, me, llaman. Oh, just kidding. I did the wrong colors. This is a direct object, and this is come back. Indirect object. I miss my Apple Pencil. Okay. Yeah, need a burrito. Again, you'll see lots of examples, and my hope is that in seeing the examples, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is how it goes. Obviously. Of course, if it's not obvious to you, please ask lots and lots of questions to someone next to you or to me. That'd be great. Or I can be next to you. Okay, moving on. Okay. So aquí estamos en Avancemos. But instead, because my Apple Pencil is broken, instead of writing these, I have them typed already. So pay attention to the presentation as we go, and then you can fill in your answers here and here. So as a heads up, in activity 14, we're going to be doing affirmatives and negatives. So just kind of split your answers to afirmativos aquí y los negativos aquí, because you will be writing each of them twice. Okay, nice. Okay, actividad 13, a cocinar. Okay, esas son las instrucciones. Tenemos que responder a cada pregunta con un mandato con usted. Un mandato formal. Okay, aquí, número 1, I think this número 1, it might be an example. Moving on. ¿Qué hago con las zanahorias? Las hiervo. Now, what's great about Spanish is the article gives away what your pronoun is. Las zanahorias. Zanahorias is feminine and it's plural. That's why we got las, and that's going to be our direct object pronoun. Amazing. Aquí tenemos un sí, so sí. La respuesta es sí, hiérvalas. We've got our command here. We've got our command here, and we've got our las right at the end. Because it's affirmative, it goes in the end. Notice we've got our accent right here because we tacked it on to the end, so we had to put our emphasis here. Just like we had hiervo. That was our emphasis. Did that really work? Should I do yellow instead? Hiervo, our emphasis here. We need to keep it there, so we put an accent here, still on hiervo. On hiervo. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Aquí tenemos las fresas. Otra vez son, I'm just going to put las fresas. So we're going to put a las at the end. We start with our sí. Sí. That's something, right? We're going to switch the ending to give us sí. Pruébelas. Remembering to put an accent on that first syllable so we still emphasize it. Sí, pruébelas. I know I'm going kind of slow. Maybe it feels like I'm going kind of fast. I'm just assuming since this is a video, you're going to pause it if you need more time. Or if I'm going kind of slow, you can enjoy the ride. Okay, moving on. ¿Qué hago con los huevos? Las bato. So los is still going to be our direct object pronoun, which is great. Batir is going to give us our verb. So we're going to say sí. We got to put a verb. Los attached at the end. Which goes sí, bátalos. Notice our emphasis here. So we got to put our accent on. Bátalos. Sí, bátalos. Okay, we're entering negative territory. Okay, remember what happens when we have a negative verb, negative command? Our direct object is going to go at the front of the verb. So we're going to start with no, las, and then we have our command. So go ahead and use your yo, A to E, or switch it knowledge. Notice freír is an E verb, so you're going to switch that to an A. Boom. We've got no las fría. Awesome. Continuing on. La sal. La añado. Again, we've got la as our pronoun. So we're going to put that before our verb. We know it's a negative, so please do not do that. No, la. And then you do your, well, that's supposed to be a yo. Yo to flip from añadir, giving you añada. No la añada. Also, fun pronunciation tip. If you have two A's next to each other, or in fact two vowels that are the same next to each other, they're going to blend into one sound. So instead of having a bunch of different syllables here, in la, an, ya, da, these two are going to combine to have only 3 syllables. So, la añada. No la añada. So, that's a fluency tip for you. Okay. ¿Qué hago con la lechuga? La sirvo. We've got a negative, which means our pronoun is going out in front of our verb. Started with no, la, Again, look at these yo verbs. These are all yo verbs provided for you. How nice is that? So from our yo, you just have to switch your ending. Sirva. No la sirva. Great. This is when I would ask what questions you have. So go ahead and look back at the activity. See if there's a question you want to ask your partner or visit sometime. I'll be happy to help you out. Or rewatch this section maybe. See if it clicks the second time, which can happen. So that's nice. Ok, aquí tenemos actividad 14. Primero tenemos que hacer un sí y luego un no. Por ejemplo, tenemos debemos barrer el suelo. Now it's debemos, which means it's going to be in ustedes. Command. And we always have a sí. So sí, and then we have our command. And oh, that was not flat. For our verb. And then we need our direct object, which is not going to be el. It's going to be lo. So, lo. So we've got barrer. We need to put that in the yo form, which is barro, and then switch our ending, which will give us sí. Barrando. Nice. Okay, próximo. Debemos cortar el césped. I should copy this. Yo. Oops, that's an A to an E. Of course, I'm going to copy, the one I did bad on. But that's okay. Okay, debemos cortar el césped. Es afirmativo, entonces, wow, sí. Verbo, otra vez el, es lo. Sí, lo. So, cortar, cambia el a e, es córtelo. Sí, córtenlo. Aquí tenemos una persona invisible. Wow. Nice. Okay, moving on. Debemos sacar la basura otra vez. Sí. Sí. Y aquí, la. Okay, para hacer nuestro verbo. Oh, miren. Pap. Nice. Empezamos con yo saco. Esa a e. Sí. Sáquenla. Check out that. Cargar is our verb. Change in radical. Debemos lavar los platos otra vez. Sí. Entonces tenemos sí. Verbo. Los. Yes, wash them. So we got our command cheat sheet right here. Lavar is an AR verb, so we go lave. Sí, lávenlos. Yeah, wash them. Debemos hacer las camas? Should we make our beds? Claro que sí. Of course, always make your bed. You start the day with an accomplishment, having done something. What a great start to your day. Sí. And pronoun, las. Now watch out. This one has an irregular yo. So we can start with our yo, which is hago. And then E comes into an A, giving you hagan las. Check that out. We love irregulars. Yeah, especially irregular hearts. Magical. Looks like a paper clip that someone messed with. Okay. In case you can't see it, paper clips usually look like that. That also looks like a paper clip someone messed with. Anyway, moving on. ¿Debemos pasar la aspiradora? Sí. Verbo, pronombre, la. Sí, la. So we start with our verb. Paso, a to a. Sí, pásenla. Man, this is a long activity. Oh, man. Okay. Whew. How many does it have? Does it have 8? That's 8. Ugh. Don't worry, we're almost there, yes. Okay, same pattern. Sí. Verb, pronoun, la. Again, starting with our yo to get our verb. We have yo pongo. E goes to a, giving us pongan. Sí, pónganla. Yes. Set the table, guys, please. And finally, the best one. Debemos darle de comer al perro. Now here's the trick, because there's two objects we can use. Al perro would be a direct object. And then, JK. Nope, that's wrong. Al perro is naming your indirect object. Le is your indirect object pronoun. So in English we don't do this, but in Spanish we do. Should we give him the food to the dog? We either use him or the dog in English, but in Spanish we use both of them. But when we're answering a question, we're going to ignore this part and just use the le. So we have that same pattern. Sí, verbo le. And then de comer is still a part of our verbal phrase. Dar de comer is to give food to. So we're still going to add that to our sentence. De comer. That's a tricky verb. But now you know, so that's fun. Okay, same thing. We've got our yo, switch the endings, except we remember, we got to wash the dishes. Dar is irregular, which will just give you den. It doesn't feel irregular, but it is, because the yo form has an accent on it. Anyway, sí, denle de comer. Nice. Look how happy the dog is. We love food. Cool. Brilliant. Go ahead and read through this activity again, because we're going to use the same verbs, this time negative. So I'm not going to explain where the verb comes from. I'm just going to point out the pronoun, because it's the same verb that we already talked about. Okay. Debemos barrer el suelo. Esta vez, no negativo. Entonces, empezamos con no. No pronoun. I guess. No pronoun. Verb, period. Debemos barrer el suelo. Gives us a lo. No. Lo. And then barrer goes barren. So no. Oh, sorry. Man, that's wrong. Borrar is erase. This should be barran. This is an A. Barran. Did I do that on the first one too? Nope, I didn't. I did it right. Nice, good job, me. Okay, moving on. Ya, debemos cortar el césped. No. Entonces tenemos no, no, pronoun, verb. El césped, lo, and then our verb, cortan. Or cortar gives us corten. There you go. No lo corten. Debemos sacar la basura. No, pronoun, verb. No, la, saquen. No, don't take it out. Don't take it out. I don't know why, but okay. Debemos lavar los platos. Again, the pattern. No, pronoun, verb. Fortunately, article is the same. No, los. Then we fill in our verb, laven. Should we wash the dishes? No, don't wash them. That's what I need to be told. Okay. Debemos hacer las camas. Again, same pattern. No, pronoun, verb. Pronoun here. No, las. Hagan. No, don't make your beds. Terrible advice. Don't do this, guys. Always make your bed. It makes you happy. Debemos pasar la aspiradora. No, pronoun, verb. La aspiradora goes here. No, la pasen. No, don't vacuum. Don't vacuum it. Don't use the vacuum. Don't pass it. Really, that's what a Roomba's for. That's what Roombas look like. If you have a Roomba, you should put jiggly eyes on it, because they're funny. Okay. Debemos poner la mesa. No, pronoun, verb. La mesa. No, la pongan. Look at that, irregular. All right, irregular, yo. Don't. Should we set the table? No, don't set it. Debemos darle de comer al perro. Oh, he looks so sad. Pobrecito. Pero no. Do not let those eyes fool you. He has already been fed. Don't feed him. No. Come on. No. Verb. Which in this case, le. No. Le. And then remember we have dar de comer. That's all going to be our same verbal phrase. No le den de comer. Beautiful. If you have any questions, please ask the people in your group. Rewatch the video or, hit me up. It's cool. The rest of the activities, are just kind of reading comprehension. I might have spelled that wrong. I think I did. But that also looks bad. Man, English is hard. Okay, so finish the rest of the activities. I'll post the key tomorrow once everyone has turned it in, and then you can check your work. When it comes to the project, work with the people in your groups. So like your seating groups, work in those groups. Oh, that's fun. I asked for an illustration. Your illustration can be as simple as something like, man, not as bad as this. This is awful. Let me put a little bit more effort. Your illustration must be something that shows a little bit of effort. So, this is clearly Señora U. Okay. And then you say, don't give us homework. as your command. So you'll be like, no nos de tarea, which you're not allowed to use because that's my example. And I already really don't give you homework. Let's be honest. It's just practice Quizlet for 5 minutes every day. But some of you do it for 2 hours on Thursday, but that's on you. Just 5 minutes every day. Okay, so this is my example. Just a little illustration. Ye, and then your command. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, have a lovely time. And I'll look up how to spell poison. Okay, adios.